Does Hope even have a chance?
Of course, her line is important.
You're not answering my question. Is Forrester going to focus on Hope for the future or on Intimates?
We're going to focus on Couture. That's what we've always done. We're going to keep doing that.
You know what I'm asking. What have you decided? Are you going to side with Hope or with Steffy?
You can't seriously be asking me this.
Why not?
Just cast aside my line. Do you know how hard I've worked on this and what it means to me?
Are you saying I haven't?
No, of course you have. Both of our lines deserve to be invested in.
Yeah, and my father has every right to be concerned about how we're spreading our resources. A change needs to be made, and common sense would be to focus on the more profitable line.
Look, Hope for the Future may not bring in as much revenue as Intimates once did, but it's not doing poorly by any means. It only just launched, and there's no guarantee that Intimates will be as popular as it once was.
It will.
Okay, well then there's another major concern, and as co-CEO and a major stockholder, I think you'd understand.
Okay, meaning what?
I'm cultivating new buyers for Forrester, and this generation is socially minded. You know, we're really working on building lifetime clients with our styling and our messaging. What message is there in lingerie? Honestly, Steffi, tell me, which one of us should scale back on our line?
So, it's true. The line is getting cut?
You heard that too.
Yeah, well, all the models are talking about it.
I don't know anything about getting cut. I heard Pam say scaled back. She doesn't exactly lower her voice whenever she's gossiping.
Well, fingers crossed for lingerie winning out. You know, no offense to Hope, but I did only just get hired as an Intimates model, and I'm not too keen on losing my job.
What's this? What's going on?
Budget cuts or something?
At Forrester? And they're firing the models?
Seems like they are downgrading a line almost. Couture models are safe, but Ridge is deciding whether or not Intimates or Hope for the Future gets budget allocations.
Wait, hold on a second. So, Ridge has to choose between Steffi and Hope. This is not good.
I know, right? I mean, I'm just getting my foot in the door, and there's already rumors that my line might be getting eliminated.
Okay, first of all, it is not your line, it's Steffi's. And second, look, models get traded from line to line all the time. Just because you got hired for lingerie does not mean they won't find a spot for you at Hope for the Future.
Right, but why does a choice have to be made?
I am not management. They don't exactly run things by me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just kind of cruel, though, don't you think? Steffi and Hope finally get to a place where they're getting along and they're putting aside their differences for the kids and everything, and then this happens. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly could set things off between them again.
Or not. You know, I don't know Hope all that well, but she does seem like the type to face her reality with grace.
Okay, yeah, you definitely are dead set on Intimates winning out, aren't you?
Well, Ridge is Steffi's father, so he almost has to choose her line, right?
Well, Ridge is also married to Hope's mother, and that puts him in a very difficult position.
I'm not siding with anyone. I'm trying to do what's best for the company. And I haven't made a decision yet.
Why not?
Why not? Because it's complicated. Both these lines have value.
Well, maybe that's your decision. Reconsider allocating the funds equally.
We can't do that. You looked at the numbers. We need one line, one strong line. Couture is the cornerstone of this company. And I can't change it, and I can't make it suffer just because I want both my daughters, our daughters, to be happy. And whatever happens, whatever line I choose, it doesn't mean that the other line can't be in the foreground later on down the line. That's what makes it complicated. Whatever the decision is, one of our kids is going to be disappointed.
What message does lingerie bring? Your mom heard you say that.
I would say it in front of her, and proudly. I believe in Hope for the Future.
So do I. Do you see me bashing your line like you are mine?
Well, that wasn't my intention.
Hope, I want your line to have a place in this company.
But not right now. You said so yourself, we need to be focusing on one line. And like it or not, sex sells better than lofty ideals. Profits matter.
Yes, but people matter more. And that is the fundamental difference between our lines. More importantly, it's the fundamental difference between us.
So Ridge basically has to choose between his daughter and his stepdaughter.
Exactly.
Both extremely talented, both with successful lines.
Well, I still don't think it'll be all that difficult for him to choose. Blood should win out. At least I hope so, for my sake. I mean, even if I'm allowed to be switching lines, I still was really excited to be modeling lingerie on the runway. Sally, I just realized that you're probably rooting for the opposite. Aren't you working on Hope for the Future?
I am. Yeah, but backup plan is my middle name.
Should I be worried?
Let's just say that I like to be prepared. Okay, my day job is Hope for the Future grunt work, but I have been sketching on the side. I've got some lingerie design ideas in case Steffi asks and the need arises.
Really?
Yeah, it's not my first rodeo. Or fashion house, for that matter.
I understand it's a tough choice. So, can I offer some input?
An unbiased opinion from you, I would love that.
Starting with why I think you should work with Intimates.
Now I'm curious. Go ahead.
Intimates is a continuation of Brooke's bedroom, my brainchild. So, of course, I'm very fond of it. Of course, I would love to see it succeed. And I've always been very vocal about women showing their sensuality and sexuality, flaunting it even. Those are your mother's words. But as fond as I am about the Intimates line, I think that Hope for the Future can offer something that Intimates can't. And that's for the younger generation to really hang on to something, to believe in something, to fight for something. Sure, we can do lingerie. I mean, we can make the best in the world. But guess what? There are thousands of other companies doing exactly the same thing. So if we take Intimates out, then our customers will just go and find undergarments elsewhere. But if you take Hope for the Future out of the equation, well, then there's no replacement. Look, I know you're partial to your daughter. I do. I know you love her. You guys work together side by side, co-CEOs. But please don't let that cloud your judgment. Whatever decision you make, Ridge, it has to be the best for the company.
Why do you keep doing that? Making these not so subtle digs at me.
You asked me to walk away from my line, and I am telling you why I don't think that is wise. And if you interpret that as
I'm
a dig,
asking you
then
to see the bigger picture. Realize that I could use something to sink my teeth into while you're busy living the life I once had.
Okay, I'm confused because you supported our marriage. You even came to the wedding and gave us...
I still do. And as much as it hurts me and my daughter, I continue to support your family with Liam. All I'm asking is for a little support in return. Hope, you have so much. Is it really that difficult to give me this? My daughter already has to grow up in a home without her father, so it's really, really important to me to show her what a strong, independent woman can accomplish. Do you get that? Do you understand, mother to mother? Hope, I need this. Forrester is a lifeline for me. I need this line. I'm not gonna let you take it away.
She actually said that? Steffi told you to get rid of Hope for the Future. What nerve! Honey, don't listen to her.
I can't help it. We were finally getting along after years of being at odds. And, we were putting aside our differences for the sake of our children. But now we are fighting again. But this time because of work.
It's not because of work.
Mom, This is all happening because Rich asked us to scale back one of our lines. He's pitting us against one another. If he hadn't done
Honey,
that...
she would have found another way to get to you, another way to retaliate because you ended up with Liam and not her.
Yeah, okay, that about sums it up.
Yeah. I mean, she put on a really good show, pretending to support your marriage when she didn't really. She just didn't want to look like the sore loser. So her hanging onto her line and bullying you to get rid of yours, that all leads back to Liam.
What's the matter?
Nothing, Dad.
Try not to be upset with me. Try to see this from my perspective.
No,
please.
it's not you. It's Hope.
What happened?
She thinks she can have it all. That's what happened. She has Liam, has the marriage, has a baby on the way, and what, I'm supposed to just step aside? Make way for her?
She asked you to do that?
Not exactly. It's kind of the other way around. I asked her to back down. Be able to focus on my line, Dad. But you think she'd give me that after everything I've done for her?
Well, I'm not surprised. She cares about her line the same way you do, and they're both worth fighting for.
One of which has a better profit margin.
Historically, yes.
Dad, the Intimates relaunch, it will exceed expectations. I know it will. I've tried to explain that to Hope. The decision is simple. The numbers speak for themselves.
You know I'm not gonna cancel one of the lines, right?
Okay, I just thought maybe you'd
You
be-
thought what? You thought you could go to Hope and take a strong stance and she would just buckle? This doesn't sound like business to me. This sounds personal.
It's not.
You just said she wants it all. She wants the family. She wants the husband you were supposed to have, and now she wants the clothing line. I think there's a part of you that wants her to pay. Wants her to pay because she ended up with Liam.
Do you have any idea which way Ridge is leaning?
If he's made a decision, he hasn't said anything yet.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's where Steffi was heading, to his office. She is co-CEO and his daughter, and she has a tremendous amount of influence on him. God, I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive to think that Hope for the Future even had a chance.
Oh, honey. With me in your corner, you always have a chance. You think that Steffi has influence? Nobody has more influence over Rich than I do.
Can I just say how impressed I am with you?
Oh,
Yeah.
that good of a kiss, huh?
Yeah, with your resourcefulness. Like, even if Hope for the Future gets cut, like, you're ready to jump into the Intimates, and that's great.
Yes, I mean, it's not a sure thing. I'm definitely not Steffi's favorite person, but I mean, I figure if she likes my designs, maybe I'll be all right.
Right. I mean, can I see them?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes, having a man's opinion isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Okay. Sally, these are beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. You know, honestly, I can't tell when they're on paper. Like it's hard to tell. So I'm like, I kind of have to see them in person, like on you, as soon as possible. So
Well, then let's just hope that Steffi approves because I would love to arrange that for you.
if she doesn't, I'm gonna be so upset.
Me too.
So upset.
It's not as if I'm looking to punish Hope. I willingly step back and encourage Liam to be with her, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud that I'm focusing on my career and my daughter.
You should be proud of that. But it's not the life you imagined, is it?
No, Dad.
It's gotta hurt.
I mean, when I allow myself to think about it, yeah.
And beating hope in this would make losing Liam a little more bearable, wouldn't it?
It's a side benefit, but it's not my motivation. And if I were to do it all over again, I would do it exactly the same. Listen to me. My line will outperform Hope's, guaranteed. And if there is a list of things to choose from, that is the number one thing to focus on.
And as your co-CEO, I agree. But as your dad, I listen to all the other stuff you say, and I'm worried about you.
Okay, how's this for a reason? Forrester Creations has my name on it, not hers. This should be a refuge for me, Dad. A place where I can throw myself into my work, a place where I can heal. Instead, I come here day after day to my family's company and I see Hope and Liam. My ex-husband and his new wife. And a new baby on the way. It's my family's company and I am forced to see her family. Dad, this needs to be a safe place for me. A place I can just pour my energy into. A place where I can be productive. A place where I can just be human again. I mean, how can I move forward? How can I really do that if we have to scale back my line? And then day after day, I have to see Hope and Liam together happily plugging away at hope for the future.
Come here.
It's tough, Dad. I mean,
I appreciate your honesty.
I just lost so much. And Hope has Liam. She has a new family. I deserve something, right? I deserve something.
Kidding me? I'm your dad. You deserve everything. But you know, it's not your dad who's gonna make a decision on this, right?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Keep in mind, I will always have your back. Always.
Yeah.
You know that, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Business. I gotta take care of that. You gonna be all right?
I guess that depends on your decision.
How did I know you would do something like this?
Excuse me? Like
Playing
what?
on your father's sympathies.
That's not what I was doing.
Yes, you were. You were in here trying to get him to change his mind.
Excuse me, I'm co-CEO.
I don't
feel
care
like...
if you are co-CEO. I don't care how many shares you own. Shares that you got because of some twisted involvement with your baby's grandfather. Shares and titles don't give you the right to manipulate your own father.
Maybe you should have started eavesdropping a little sooner because my father was the one who
I am sick
brought...
of it, Steffi. I am sick and tired of the way you treat my daughter. The way you interfere with her happiness any chance you get. Well, that is it. It's not gonna happen again. Do you hear me? Never again.